Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is One Boy. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh. Oh my god. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is One Boy. Thank you so much for showing up today. It's 12:31 a.m. here. 12:31 a.m. Does that make sense? Yeah. 12:31 a.m. But of course I showed up late, but better late than never. Here we are. Ooh. Oh. Kat Young, how are you doing? Okay, you typed in is that Austria language or what? Let me check that out. Let me know how is your day going? How is the time? Ah, you said grass God. I don't know what that means. But I think it means good day. Good day. Okay, I think it's nighttime over there, isn't it? How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? It's German. We also speak in Austria. Okay. Biggest. Oh yeah, the one biggest. I know that. I kind of start quit. I did quit learning German recently. It was just a lot, but yeah. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Like the live stream. Oh my god, I started streaming late, but here we are. Greetings to God. Grass, grass God. Okay, greetings to God. Wow, interesting. How was your day and what's the time where you are at? Let me know what you did today and what. Oh, of course, today is on Sunday. What do you usually do on Sundays? Okay, make sure you're liking the live stream, guys. We are just getting started here because we might not do the usual like long hours, but haha. 11:34 p.m. Ooh, okay, we're just 1 hour ahead. Uh-huh. We are 1 hour apart, okay? Yeah, that sounds right. Um, okay. Okay, today I have a question. Maybe this is mostly for people in the Western world, okay? But before that, guys, like the live stream. You still up late. Yeah, and you know what? I just started streaming right now. Like, um, I was not having like a good day. I almost didn't eat the whole day, so that made me feel. So of course I started streaming late. But here we are. We're just gonna stay up as long as possible. Um, Arachnoid says flooded the borders. We have seen your government returned in New York City into us. We make a place you in 2 hours and you don't know who we are. Okay, that's weird. Mr. Max last one says hello, hello you. How are you doing? Are you just coming live? Yeah, I just started streaming. Actually, today I am so sorry, guys. I came 2 hours late, but I just said better better late than never. Is that what you say? Okay, this is a question. Maybe everybody can answer, but why do people or why do Western men why do Western men okay, let me type that. Why do Western men like dating African women? Um, what a comment. Okay, what was that? Guys, like the live stream, you're literally just getting started here. Um, I was looking for you before, I'm not seeing you. Oh my god. So you all even look for me. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. People were created to be loved. Things were created to be used. The reason why the world is in chaos because things are being loved and people are being used. Wow. Uh-huh. Why do Western men like dating African women? Okay, let me hear different perspectives. Okay. Do we? Yes. Western men like dating African women. And I have this theory is maybe most people want somebody that like they can control or like but of course, I'm not a Western man. I don't know why. So let's talk about that. Are you using keyboard? I mean the real keyboard. Oh, it's a real keyboard. It's a laptop. Okay, but I'm not good at typing. Hi, JD says, hi, Wamboy, do you want to go on a date with me? No, I do not. Sada says, hi, you, good to see you. How are you doing? And when you join in, like the live stream, guys, we can't have one like. Okay, although we are just 5 minutes in. CJ says, hey, Wamboy, hey, you, how are you doing? How is your Sunday going? Okay, why do Western men, okay, if you're a Western man or like you're not African here, let me know, why do Western men like dating African women? Ooh, I don't know, I'm feeling hot, like, I don't know. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the likes. Why do Western men like dating African women? Okay, I was thinking about that yesterday, and most probably because most African women are raised to be wives, okay? So, but you know what? Uh, because I'm not a Western man, I do not know why. So that's one of the questions that we're gonna be having. Let me know what you're doing for Sunday. What do you do on Sundays? How is your Sunday going? You know, we're not gonna be streaming for so long because I just started streaming right now and it's midnight over here. Um, uh-huh. Mr. Max says, I'm not from there, but I get some ideas. Give me the ideas. What happens? Uh, random says, are you from France or Germany? Because you look very European. No, I'm Chinese actually. I'm actually Chinese. I don't know why. I'm just feeling hot for absolutely no reason. Actually, that's why I was not even streaming. Like today, I've just been feeling sick. Um, I don't know about African women. Sadell says I don't know about African women, but I guess for the same or similar reason they would like to date an Eastern European woman. They want a traditional woman and feminine one. Wow, is it okay? Don't you think it's about control? What is it all about? JD says, I like women from everywhere. You like women from everywhere? You don't prefer, because there are type of men that have a preference and it's like they prefer this version. They prefer women from Asia, mostly, I think, Philippines or something. Eh, Ezra Basil says, because they maybe want to explore. Oh, so that's what it's all about. It's all about exploring, nothing else. Wow, interesting. Eve says, on God's day, I'm streaming on God's day. Yes. What are you doing on God's day? Oh my God. Like, I am feeling, like, I'm just feeling hot for absolutely no reason. Like, I'm sick. Mr. Mark says, I guess they love Africa. I guess they love African women because they want control, and also they are avoiding lawsuit. Okay, woo. Okay, so Mr. Mark says that Western men want African women because they want control. Eve says recovering from partying yesterday or what? CJ says Western men love African women probably because the US continent is predominantly African American women. Okay. Um okay. And okay, I see you have another comment down there. Is that true of your fiance? Like, you know what? Actually, today I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like fighting. But no. So that's it. I guess it is. Because if they take, for example, an American woman or a German woman, they wouldn't want, for example, to cook or stuff like that. East European women still do this. Okay, and I gotta tell you, in Africa, we still do this. CJ says, oh, did you mean why white Western men love African women? I don't know. I don't know what's the question. I am just asking general, okay? Like, you're Western. If you're American, you're Western. Doesn't matter if you're black or white. Or is there a difference? Okay, oh, maybe you can tell me, why do you think white Western men love African women? Eve says, I love the stereotypes which Westerners aren't allowed to have of Africa. Yet it's okay for Africans to have stereotypes of Westerners. Okay, which stereotypes do you think Africans have about Westerners? Oh, what stereotypes? Which stereotypes? I don't think Africans. Okay, I think maybe Africans or black. Okay, I think Africans or black people have stereotypes about maybe white people, about maybe black people in the US or in Europe or whatever. But I don't think there's as many stereotypes as the ones that there is about Africa by Westerners. Okay, actually, I was so surprised to realize that. Most Americans and most Americans think that all Africans sound the same from the whole continent. Like, doesn't matter the country. Okay, like it's like when any African talk, you all hear the same thing. Like, doesn't matter if it's Nigerian, doesn't matter if it's South Africa, doesn't matter. Like, that was so surprising. I just feel like Western people want to put us into one small box. Um, so that is, I saw once an American said about my country that girls are beautiful, and someone from my country asked to show respect, and someone replied, "No one is gonna respect your miserable country." Like, bruh. Ooh, okay, that's brutal. That's brutal. CJ says also they are very inexpensive or low middle class or poor American men would be presumed fairly rich to African standards. Yeah, when you convert the money like to let's say Kenya shillings to Nigerian money to whatever, it's like, ooh, you can be able to maybe give her a pretty luxurious lifestyle. Mr. Mark says, I learned not to get greedy. Greedy people are often getting scammed. Greedy people are often getting scammed. Uh, in relationships between foreigners, CJ says, who wouldn't who wouldn't want a low maintenance beautiful woman that's very inexpensive? Okay, so it's all about being very inexpensive. Also, I have this theory that also people or Western people also like African women because most people, okay, I am analytical, but most people are not analytical. It's like whatever type of nonsense you spill, an African woman, because you're raised to become a wife, you kind of like just say yes, yes, like you just don't question your husband. So maybe because if I believe that American women are analytical and like they are gonna question your BS, so maybe that's also another reason. But I think the whole inexpensive thing is also a factor. Okay, wow. Eve says, but you are black, so that means you are all the same, right? Between, okay, who is black? Africans? Okay, no, it's not about being black. It's about sounding, okay? There's no way that like, okay, okay, tell me something. Or if you're American here, tell me something. Do you think that all Africans sound the same? From North Africa to Central Africa to South Africa. Like literally you can tell the difference when a Nigerian is talking or when South African is talking. You cannot tell a difference, can you? Kat says, I like nice people. With women is the same. But I have a little crush for Asian, like black Chinese. Okay. Ooh, so you would get married to black Asians. Okay. Yeah, you like triggering people use. Sada says this summarizes, I guess, what such people want. They disrespect the country, but they take advantage of it. Yeah, it's all about making you feel so small. You know, crushing you into your corner, making you feel so small, making you feel like you're not all of that, just so that they can be able to give you, you know, whatever, and you're gonna take it because you don't feel like you're worth it. I feel like it's all about that. JD says African women are passionate and strong. Okay, so that's a reason to want them. Eve says still drinking coffee. Okay. Oh, okay, nice one. Good morning. CJ says I've never actually met an American who's dated an African though, but I've learned from YouTube Live it's very beautiful African men over that you could meet. Okay. Oh, you've never met any American dating an African, but you've learned from YouTube Live. It's very beautiful African women. Okay. Ooh. Eve says, I hear from African men that they don't like how their wives change once they get to America. They say they don't listen to them anymore. That's not from white men. That's from African men. And see, it's all about, you know, I feel like most men are jealous of their women, to be really honest. You know, I feel like most men are jealous. They, you know, he just wants to be in control so bad. Like, okay, what do you expect? You know, let's say I'm coming from a country where there was no opportunities, and now all of a sudden, I am in a country with opportunities. What do you expect? I'm gonna look for my own job or whatever. So let's say when she was back in Africa or she was back in her country, she was worshiping you for $2 or whatever. See, like things have to change. So it's not about that. It's about men being jealous of their women. I think so. Mr. Mark says, "Who said we are all black?" Actually, South Africa, they are black. They are white. South Africans. North Africa, not everybody is black. Okay. In Namibia, most people there are mixed. Does anyone have to say so? Can it be inferred? I don't know. As a white English man, I think an African woman is equal to me as a partner. Okay, so would you be looking for somebody who is not analytical, or you would just be looking for a partner? No, you wouldn't consider, because there are people who on purpose go looking for people who are not analytical, like they just want you to be domesticated. Can it be wrong? I don't know which men, white or African men. No, I don't know, but whatever, the ones that you're talking about, that if they get brought over to the US, they change. It's like, if you feel like you don't want somebody to have opportunities, just don't bring them to your country. Like, I am just so sick of tired of you all. Like, okay, and I know in the US there's opportunities. I know that, or even in Europe or whatever. Okay, but you know what? Like, you can sit here and say, can you imagine getting married to somebody just so that you can tell them, you know, like, I brought you over here, I have given you all these opportunities and all of that. I've brought you over here, and then you're not respecting me. Like, excuse me. CJ says, personally, I think money always plays a dynamic in that kind of relationship. Americans presume them to be poor, and they presume Americans to be rich. Let's just keep it okay. Let's keep it 100. That's most probably that's what happens. And in most cases, the African woman, or like the one from, it could be even from Asia, but most probably you're just gonna be kneeling down and running whenever he says something, whenever he coughs. You run, especially with somebody with the mentality of like, oh, if I bring you over to America, you're gonna change and all of that. You know, just get married to somebody in your country if that's your mindset. Memes Hub says, can someone enlighten me on the aim of this live session? Um, I don't think I want to enlighten you, so somebody else can. If it's white population in Zimbabwe, oh, white population in Zimbabwe. Yeah, there's a lot of white people, I think so. Um, discussion memes, okay, that, like, okay, there's somebody's comment. J Symphony says, jealous of what? What are you talking about? Jealous of their women. You just don't want your woman to be having opportunities. That's what it is. Most men are jealous of their woman. They want their women not to proceed, or not to have a good life. You just want to be in control so bad. So that is one thing they fail in understanding. A traditional woman, even if feminine, doesn't mean she'll be helpless and tolerate disrespect. If she wants to, she'd put them in their place. Okay. Yeah, even but see, most of the time in these situations, you're talking about power dynamic. Okay, and most of the time, let's say you've gone to somebody's country, uh of course you have nowhere to go. Most probably you don't have anything saved up, so that we are talking about power dynamic, my good friend. Like, you've traveled all the way from Eastern Europe, let's say you've gone all the way to Canada or the US or wherever, and this is the person that you're depending on. So debate devil's advocate. Lisa says, how are you? I am Lisa. How are you doing, Lisa? Good to see you. Gima Morada says, hi you. Joya says, in which gang? Getting a refill. Oh, for the coffee? Oh God. Guys, stop typing nonsense. I'm gonna be removing you. CJ says, most men like to rule over their women. You didn't know that? Okay, do you want to rule when you get a woman, CJ? Are you looking to rule? It's not just African thing, it's universal thing. It's universal thing. Okay, and there's no problem with being ruled. There's no problem with being ruled. But in this dynamic, especially what Eves said, that like most Africans tell him that when they bring their African wives to the US, they change. But I just said, I think it's because of the opportunities. When she was over there, she was begging you for everything, and now she's over here. She's having opportunities. You expect her to remain the same? That's just a question. Mr. Max says, I guess I'm going to debate. I'm going. The debate is between Western. Okay, I am not Western. I think you can contribute, but if that's how you feel, I don't know. Other times we talk about Africans and people in the Western world contribute, so I don't know where is that coming from. J Symphony says, girl, you sound like a narcissist. I probably am. So if a man married you and improved the quality of your life, you want to scoff at the good he has done for you and not show and say that you're thankful. Who said that who said that that's what's gonna happen? Okay, the problem is you want to be worshipped. Okay, you want to be, that's the problem. Like, if you want something equal, like if you want if you want to like be equal with the woman, I there's a way that you can say thankful without feeling like you are an inferior. Okay, if your partner makes your life better, does he has to hold that over your head? Oh my God, like, I changed your life. I brought you to Europe. I brought you to the US. It's like I was just good wherever I was. Lord. The thing is, you are used to, like, you want people to be excessively grateful. And let me tell you, like, right now, there's something that I'm watching, okay? It's all manner of, like, brutality, okay? But there are so many people who suffer in the hands of immigration, okay? It's like sometimes you dislike your country so bad that you get yourself into situations. Sometimes you dislike your country so bad that you're willing to put up with anything. And I just feel like, me personally, I am comfortable where I am at. And see, like, somebody bringing you somewhere else these opportunities, but if that's gonna be held over my head every other time, then no, I don't have ideas on this matter, and that's okay. Nope, I'm a born citizen. If you're a born citizen, Okay. Um, Sada says, a guy I know wanna fight a wife, but he can't. He seems to want a girl that wouldn't do anything or not complain. I was thinking, bruh, at this point, go to cemetery and marry. You know, like you want her to just be silent. If says, can I? How can I be made equal with a woman? How? Just how? Ah, JD says, I think we should all be respectful to each other regardless of where we are from. Yeah, but that rarely happens. Like somebody wants to like help you. I think that's why most of the time like being helped is not a good thing. CJ says, I hope you divorce that. Oh my god. That's what you all say? This woman should be deported from my country to where? Deported from my country to where, my good friend? Okay, I happily live in Kenya. Lord. Okay, you're so toxic. Deported to where? You know, like deported. If I get deported from Kenya, where am I gonna get deported to? My farm or what? Oh God, come and deport me. Hey, hey. Woo, Lord. Deported to Uganda. I have never set foot to Uganda. Okay, so this is a lot of women do that, end up leaving after they get there. Uh, Visa or green card. Okay, but like, why do you have to go why do you have to go through all of that? Why do you have to go through all of that? Americans are so toxic. Okay, okay. Give me an example of toxicity. Um, Question one, but if you were to be deported to where would you go? Right now, if I get deported from my country, where would I go? To the farm or something? Okay. How? Richard says, in my opinion, how are you doing, Richard? In my opinion, we like and love and appreciate African women born and bred here in USA. Africa will always remain the motherland. Much appreciated and respected. Okay, thank you so much. So the reason why Western men like dating African women is because you love and appreciate African women. Okay, that's a nice view. That's a nice view. Uh, JC says, a woman's desire shall be for her husband, and and he shall rule over her. Oh, here we go again with that Bible. Okay. A woman's desire shall be for her husband, and he shall rule over her. Praise the Lord. So it is saying by the greetings from Northeast Ohio. Greetings, Richard. He's just laughing. JD says, boy, if you get deported, you can travel to the world with me having fun, okay? Honestly, like, most of you are assuming that I live in the US. Oh my God, I can happily tell you that I am in my own land, my motherland. If I get deported, that's it. Maybe to my father's, to my father's house, at least. I don't think Wamboi is rulable. You'd be surprised. I think I'm so rulable, okay? You don't think why do you think that I'm not rulable? I am rulable, but it's just like I think the thing that you don't want, you don't like that I am analytical and I am doing an critical thinking, you know, and all of that, and I can see ahead, okay? I can see a jealous man. I can see, you know, so I think that's the problem. That's the problem. Wamboy the Great. Yeah, clap for Wamboy. You know, these people are saying that I'm toxic, Richard. That's what they're saying, that I'm so toxic. I am so ungovernable. I am a narcissist. Just because I talk about story of Africa and all of that. Like, and right now they're telling, somebody just said, this woman should be deported. And see, he didn't know that I just live in Kenya. Eve says, I remember you from yesterday. Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday he didn't show up. Sarah says, this is funny. A woman would follow her husband, but if he respects her, Bible not only says what role couples have, but also says that both should show love and respect each other. Okay. You know, he always pull up the Bible. Like, it's always about the Bible in his world, like, oh, the woman shall live for her husband. That's the only thing that you know. Oh my god, I can only imagine how miserable your life is. No, CJ, you're just laughing. Richard says, trust me, American women are the opposite of what you are and what you represent. That in itself makes me love and appreciate you, what you do and how you do it. Okay. Do you think talking about the things that I talk about here, uh do you think that makes me a narcissist? Does that make me toxic? Does that make me ungovernable? Or that just makes me an African girl who happen to like talk loudly? I think in my culture we are just we are just groomed to like shove things in the back and never talk about them. So when you talk about them, now you're just so toxic. You are so ungovernable. Uh, Here you go again with your whole Bible now. Go read Genesis chapter 3 for more knowledge about relationship, marriage between a man and a woman. What if I want to get married to a woman? Which part shall I read? Rachel says, you're glowing, by the way. Such a wonderful look on you. Thank you so much. Just do it. Whatever that name is the truth. Okay. It's the truth that I'm so ungovernable. Okay, you know, you can say it's the truth without an explanation. So that is Mr. Symphony, yes, but it's not like the Bible would say women listen to their husband disrespect your women. Okay, yeah, no, I think it's his own little thing. Like, everything for him is always solved with the Bible. Like, God, oh my God, please God, keep me away from such men who who refer to the Bible for everything. Like, you could even be arguing about a small thing in the house, who is cleaning the dishes and he's putting up the Bible. Oh, the Bible says that the woman shall clean the dishes. Oh God. Well, okay. Women were created from Adam's rib. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, we are all created in the same way. Like, somebody harms over the other one and somebody is conceived. That's as far as I'm concerned. Okay, but you know, it's not like I'm questioning this. This is an explanation to how human beings came to be. Just the same, like, some people believe in Charles Darwin theory, the evolution theory. Others believe in the religion one. But I feel like it's just so misplaced. Whenever you're arguing with somebody, you pull up the Bible, like, as if that's supposed to make them scared. uh Says, I guess the time zone is confusing. I think so. But no, I think when I streamed yesterday, he just didn't show up. Eve's okay. David Njoroge, how are you doing? What is your contribution to this? Why do you think Western men like dating African women? Okay, and why do African women like dating Western men? I think the answer is still the same. It's maybe a financial thing. Uh, both of us. Uh, I'm a busy man on Saturdays. Very okay. 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 J Symphony, you chickened out. Oh, you're in demand. I like the overconfidence. Okay, you all have not answered me. Do you think do people in US and all of that? Okay, or you can tell me from wherever you're from. Do you think that all Africans sound the same? Okay. What other topics are on the table? This is the topic that's on the table. Other topics that's on the table. Question is like, are you the one that got away or the one that stayed too long? JC says, what's wrong with you? Of course, I value, appreciate, and honor the women in my life. My mother is a woman. Sadaka, and what is wrong with you? are you a man or a woman, so I know how to respond. Okay, why does it matter if he's a man, if it's a man or a woman? Okay, why do you have to know the gender? Like Richard says, from my man perspective, you're a you're a dreamboat. Demand on what option? Okay, when they speak English from English speaking countries, yes. French, no. When they speak English from English speaking countries, yes. Okay, so all Africans sound similar. Every American in the chat, let me know, do all Africans sound similar? Doesn't matter Nigerian, doesn't matter South African. When they speak in English, everybody sounds similar. Okay, CJ, I can only see this. Sorry if that was insensitive. No, your comment didn't come through. Your comment didn't come through. Retype. I think maybe there's a word that you're using that's not coming through. Or did it? I think it didn't show up on my... Can anybody see CJ's comment before he wrote the ear? I don't think so. If speaking English from a French country, they sound different. Okay. Okay, I thought so. But then I was like, that is so bad that you all generalize like that. Because I can tell you for sure that I can tell when somebody is not Kenyan and they are speaking in English. Because usually, like, how you speak in English is affected by your mother tongue or the other languages that you do speak. If you ever come to USA, can you be my maid? Yes. Where do you want me at? Maid service is pricey here. Okay, like, where do you want me a little dark humor joke? Yes, you didn't like that. Okay, they can't take a little dark humor. Okay, oh my god. JD says there are so many countries in Africa and they all have differences. Okay, but can you tell the difference in the sounds? It's called register. Richard says, your African dialect is awesome, mixed with the English verbiage. Once again, you're torn out of beautiful about this therapeutic and soothing. Okay, babe, I'm not asking you all about me. I'm asking you, can you tell the difference when somebody is Kenyan and somebody is South Africa? Yes, it is dark, very dark humor. What dark humor are you talking about? Okay, I just think you're just popping words out of your mouth. Okay. You want me to be your maid? Oh my god, Lord. I just swear that I will... Okay, I don't know if you all are here when I said that I will never work as a maid again. Haha. JC versus lady. No, one here is talking about mistreating anyone, the men or women. Even the question you pose is misleading. Did you conduct a scientific survey that shows Western men like dating African women? Like, where do you live? Do you live in heaven and just drop down in the morning and go back? Okay, do you live in heaven during the day, drop down at night? Or what? Because the question is not misleading. Okay, like, I have the statistic. Like, I don't need to like Google or whatever. I just need to watch around me, you know. White people, yes. South Africa English has a distinct accent. Sounds like British. I can tell the difference in a few. Okay, David Jorogi, you're not even saying anything. You're just laughing when these people roast me. I made one. Why would it be my? Oh my god. Oh Lord, what are you all talking about? Like, I am not gonna be nobody's maid, Lord. First of all, I said that I'll never be a maid. I'd rather go back to my farm and do a lot of farming. It has a sharper edge to it. Yeah, it sounds more... Okay, honest, South African one also sounds more British to me. You're not seeing my comment. Yeah, most probably I did not see any comment from you. I think you're using words that are... Okay, I don't know if you're using words that are sensitive, but the comment is not coming through. So refresh. Woo! Everybody is booking me. You know what? I think what's best is for me to remain in my country. closer to Australia, New Zealand accent. Okay, yeah. Hmm. So everybody else sounds similar. YouTube is hating today when you're in the mood to talk. Yeah, I think most people are complaining their comments are not coming through. Denzel Ali says, I am a Chicagoan. Okay, you're from Chicago? How is Chicago? Are you the one that got away or the one that stayed too long? Mr. Mark says, someone talking about survey. What are you doing here? Is it not part of survey? Okay, and you know, and it's just like they're just over here like spilling some nonsense. I think that's your favorite thing to do during your day, spilling some nonsense. Al Amin says, I just liked your videos, very beautiful. I'm from Bangladesh and you, Kenya. Thank you so much for liking. I'm from, oh, Eve says he's from Michigan. Okay. Where are you from? Grew up on Lake Michigan. Okay, wow. Shootings everywhere in Chicago, not good bandits. Okay, I think that proves what I always say or talk about, that like if I ever go to the US, like I am just apologizing before I even greet you. I am so sorry. Like that's it. You live in Seattle now. Okay. How would you compare the two? Okay, keep telling me, for those just joining in, why do Western men like dating African women? And for J Symphony saying that the question is misleading, like if you don't want to answer the question, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And if you're not an American man, like, or you're not Western, just leave the question. But I know you say that you're American, but whew, your manner and how you carry yourself does not reflect that. Okay, one boy, where do Kenyan women like to date men from? I think most Kenyan women just date locally, or like we like men from over here. I think so, but there are a particular group of people who like dating foreigners. Okay, there are a particular group of people that like to date foreigners. Uh, Usually the slim, skinny, dark, maybe like my looking, like very dark, because Kenyan men like light skinned ladies, like light skinned black women. So haha. Antonio Fabrica says hello, good to see you. Where are you watching me from? It says, I find African women to be calm. Okay, apart from one boy. Denzel says the women are feminine. Ooh, the women are feminine. What is this about feminine? Okay, can somebody? Okay, I know what feminine means, but I think, what is the guy's definition of feminine? David Njoroge says it's cheap. Western ladies are tough on them. Okay, so it's cheap. Yeah, but it should be, because like if let's say like $100 here, that you can get, I think you can get a lot. When you convert the money, it becomes a lot of money. Mr. Max Lashburn says someone's talking about survey. It's not part of the survey. Okay. Eve says wound up. Okay, so it's all about feminine, like caring and womanly. Okay, wow. I think feminine just means somebody that can be walked all over. Maybe. Read my comment. Your comment didn't come through. See, even YouTube is finding you disrespectful. Oh my god, disrespect. Oh, where did that come from? YouTube is finding you disrespectful. Like, your comment didn't come through. Eve says it's the same regarding Asia, though. Yeah, I have seen that, especially with like China. Their currency is high. They have a lot going on for them. Japan, same. But place like Philippines, let's say, yeah, I think it's similar. the women are more feminine and traditional, and also maybe significantly cheaper, because you only compare things to your country, to your country's prices or something. Okay, I'm waiting for you to retype your comments and maybe soften up. Okay, there's another question here that got lost. Nobody is interested in this question. Are you the one that got away or the one that stayed too long? Mr. Mark says to Joyce, what's your comment about explaining another way? Let's see. Let's see it. Always overstay. I always overstay. Okay, do you regret or you're like, I'm glad I stayed? Have to clear the beer. Okay. Yeah. But sometimes when you overstay and bad things happen, that you feel like, oh my god, I wish I would have kept walking, kept walking. And guys, keep telling me where you're watching me from. Let me know when you join in the conversation. Why do Western men like dating African women or even Asian women, or like maybe mostly why do men like dating poor women? Maybe one boy, would you date a white man, English man? Yes, I think, yeah, yes. The answer is yes. To be really honest, I am not. I don't think color matters, but for me, I would like have to survey very much, or like to look what is this person interested in, because I feel like most people want to date black people, or want to explore African women, or like people like me. You want to explore just for curiosity. You want to like you're just, it's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy thing. It's like a fetish. Like I have to be sure what's the drive, what's the reason. Mr. Max says, can you please ask another question, please? There's another question. Why are you not answering? There's another question. Like, I don't control what people want to talk about. Like, I ask questions. There's another question. Are you the one that go? Okay, let me pin this. Hello. How are you doing, Hinglani? Devin Jarogi says, please, our ladies are respectful to men. Oh, plus, okay, sorry. Plus, our ladies are respectful to men. Most of them still believe a man is the head of the family. In Western life, their things are different. Yeah. Okay. Okay, would you date a Western woman, David Njoroge? He has to like debate for one boy to be interested. Maybe that could be icing on the cake, because honestly, I don't want a shallow person. I like talking. I like having debates. Like, I'm always debating about politics. I'm always debating about different things. So, but okay, of course, that is not the only thing, but I think it's part of it. Yeah, but for me, it's all about why are you interested in the African woman? Why are you interested in her? Is it like a fantasy thing, and then after that fantasy is gone, that's it? You're right. Sometimes men want to try something different that seems exotic. Okay, but do you all feel like African women are exotic? It's like wild to you? Yeah, I think that's what we even the other way around. Like, for black people, you just want to like try and see how it feels like. Mr. Mark says, I don't understand the question. Can you highlight more so I can give my point? Okay, are you the one that read your comment? Your comment is not coming through because I think YouTube is not liking the language. Rephrase. Are you the one that got away or the one that stayed too long? Like, okay, are you the type? Maybe the question is mostly asking, are you the type that, like, in any case, you just feel discomfort in a relationship, you're just gone? Or do you overstay until you regret? Do you stay, like, okay, sometimes you know when you should break things off, okay, but most of the time you do not when you know you should. So I think that's the gist. Devin Joroge says, yes, I would date a Western lady, but she better have money. And honestly, I wouldn't be serious in that relationship. It would be an experiment. See what we are talking about? It would be an experiment. Okay, wow. She better have some money. Okay, if you want to date Devin Joroge and you are foreign, you better have some money. And he will not be serious. He will be trying something different. Real time says David want a woman to make money for him. Yeah. Okay, yes, sir. He's looking for a shortcut. Shortcut in life. CJ says you expect a Western lady to give you money, brother. You must be sadly mistaken. You expect a Western lady to give you money. Western lady do not give money. Oh my god, David, what are you gonna do? But I think they do. I think they do. I have seen women give their stories of how they they got themselves they got themselves scammed by by a Nigerian man. Sorry. But there's this one that was really bad. Like she emptied her saving account into this lady. Everything, everything. And then he got over there and then heck broke loose, you know. Western women don't play that for me. I think the desperate ones, especially the ones, let me tell you, I don't know if you've been scrolling and you've seen this huge lady. Like, of course, most probably nobody wants her where she's at. Like, nobody wants her. Like, and of course, she's like, and then she finds this energetic, fit, African man, most probably. Please stop saying that about Nigeria. No, I'm not talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about this specific one. Listen, I'm talking about this specific one. Actually, I think tomorrow I can even show you all. You know what? If you don't want to listen, keep going. Because it's like I can't tell a story. It's a real story. It's actually posted by a lady, okay? You're dying there, keep dying or whatever, because it's not about you, it's about the story, okay? So she was telling this. I actually follow her. I can even show you. Hey Blackie, hey you funky Indian, like, oh my god. Okay. Now I think I need to backtrack. You know what, I need to remove all your comments. Whatever. Okay, you have to understand, it's not about you, it's about a story. God. Okay, where was I? So basically, she was telling her story and she was scammed. Okay, doesn't change whether you are from that country or not. Doesn't change the fact that she got scammed. You know, she got scammed. So it doesn't change that fact. Eve says, "Good luck getting rid of her, though." Okay. What does that mean? JD says you have to realize when it's not working, talk about it and end it. At least you've tried. Okay. What I just okay, no, I'm not talking about Nigerians. I'm talking about this specific lady that she got scammed by a Nigerian man and she gave her story on whatever. So I don't know what is this thing. Stop that with Nigeria. Like, you all can take a joke. Sometimes I give jokes about Kenya. Sometimes I talk about South Africa. Like, you want to make fun of other people, but not when it's your country. Like, never trust. No, I'm not gonna be scammer in every country, guys. Yes, it's in every country, but that doesn't mean that we cannot talk. You know, you can't spam the chat with like, stop that about, you're insinuating something that I'm not talking about. Like, and that's really uncomfortable, you know. No, I even lost my thought process. Some women marry some women marry American prisoners. From where? You just say stop subscribing. We need subscribing. You're lost. Okay. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's like about when you tell American women. Okay. Oh, okay. But is that a bad thing or an okay thing? Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Are you the one? Are you the one? Heck no. Okay. Wambo, are you trying to scam me? Why would you say stuff like that? Are you the one that got away or the one? I know he's low-key referring to African women. Who is referring to African women? Okay, I think, Mr. Mark, you need to stop taking offense for everything. Everything is not about African. Uh, everything is not about like Kenyan. Everything is not about South Africa. Everything is not about Nigeria. You know, like people can talk about different things. God, because see, we can't get anywhere if everything is about taking offense. God. Eve says yes. Donate here. Okay, Eve wants some donation. And CJ says, well, can me for my cash and heart. Oh, I can scam you. Ooh. You can you can scam me for my cash and heart. I won't report. You will not report me. Oh my god. As if I scammed you, as if you would ever even find me. Because see, if you only know one name, like you only know my name is Omboy, like how are you gonna get to me? Send it to Venmo. Used what? Oh God, you men are so money hungry. Like, Lord, deliver me from this man. David says to the next question. I break hearts. I don't mend them. So I am the one who got away too many times. Oh, okay. So it's like if it's not working out for you, you're just out of here. Bye bye. Oh, yeah. I think for me, I think if I have ever been heartbroken, okay, I think maybe twice. But the last one, the last heartbreak that I got, I cried the whole night. I remember I was in university and I was just feeling this person was ticking me off for absolutely no reason. Ticking me off like this person was just ticking me off, and then I just said, you know what, I think we need a break. I was just kind of like joking or being trying to be like what is it called, a type of quote unquote trying to like show him, you know what, you're gonna lose me. And then the guy just said, okay. Oh Lord. He said okay, so of course I had to carry on with the thing. So I said okay, break for 1 week. And then I just called him back and I told him, you know what, forget about the break, like let's all go our separate ways. And he said okay. Oh, but I was just ugly crying the whole night. My roommate was like holding me. One boy, I'm joking with you. I know you are joking. CJ says, just kidding. Okay, likely story. Just kidding. You're very funny the way you perceive jokes. Yeah, sometimes I usually tell people that don't joke. Okay, sometimes I will not understand a joke. English is not my first language. Every man thinks that. Nothing new here. Okay. Nothing new here. Oh Lord. Next question. Or if there even is. Yeah, you are so funny. Like sometimes I come over here just feeling tired and stuff. Like today I was just going to be nonchalant and stuff, but haha. Okay, the next one is not like a question. It's kind of like something to cool things off because God. I think J Symphony gave up on sending the thing after uh la 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 da da. Okay, that's how life is. Breakups hurt. Break hearts, don't mend them. Let people love you because of how much you love yourself. Wow. I think I'm gonna write that down. Let let people love you because of how much you love yourself. Yeah. I think sometimes you love people so much that you forget about loving yourself. Me even a silly thing, and I'm bored in the relationship I go. But are you ever serious in these relationships? If even the minor thing, I feel like some people are already looking for a reason to break up. So they're just looking for problems. It's like they just don't want to tell you, you know what, I'm not interested in you anymore. So I feel like most people are just looking for something. Like, oh, let's say they think, oh my god, you're getting too serious too quick, and I need to let you go. It's like you look for a problem, you know. Ah, yeah. After that relationship, I told myself that I would never date. Like I would never. I was just like, you know what? I'm just so over this. Ah, then you spend the whole year nursing a broken heart. But I can tell you, heartbreaks are better when you have some cash. Um, Sadar says, I enjoy taking pictures and sometimes dancing like like Michael Jackson. Okay, can you? Can you do a moonwalk? Um, about a simple pleasure I enjoy. Okay, simple pleasure you enjoy. Let me pin that. You can't dance like Michael Jackson. He said he can do a moonwalk. A simple pleasure like a walk in nature. Okay. Uh, I think a simple pleasure that I enjoy is like walking at night. Being outside at night, and then there's lights all over. I'm seeing people walking back and forth. I think a walk in the dark, and then I see so much life. Another thing that I just realized, for some reason, for me, just walking in a mall, even if I'm not buying, really makes me feel good. I don't know. It makes me feel good. I don't know if I'm weird or whatever. The other day I was walking in the supermarket at night. I was just looking at the things and stuff. I think that just does something for me. You can't dance like Michael Jackson. Maybe he can. I have seen people who can. Seda says, yes, I can. I was trying it since I was 11. I can stand a bit on my on toes, but that's risky. I'm not doing it anymore. It's not perfect, of course. These dance moves are hard, but still enjoy. Okay. Um, what do you call that thing where like they kind of lean over the criminal thing? But I don't think. I think their shoes were always like stuck on the floor or something. What do you call that lean? Ta-da! Oh, I'm not a simple creature. Okay, you're so complicated. um, David Joroga says, serious will last. Serious is happiness, no fighting, no cheating. It will automatically last. No, it's on. Otherwise, you just hate me and think I'm not serious just because I left from just a simple argument. Okay. No, 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 no. Like, I feel like people are entitled to moving on whenever. And but I know some people are just looking for a reason to walk away, but that could not be you or something. Sadar says it also depends what kind of shoes you wear. But you walk long distances throughout the city on weekends. Okay, so is a type of workout. That's a nice one. That lean needed special shoes. Yeah, that attached to the floor. Listening to music. Oh, okay. Taliban says Solomon's song is in Hebrew language. Don't know what that means. How long eavesdropped? Miles all day long. I go from brewery to brewery. It has to be about the beer. Simple pleasure. Do you consider yourself alcoholic? Simple pleasure, swimming and diving. Okay. Ooh, diving. Wow, that's. I don't think that's a simple one. That's a good. That's a great one. Not yet. Not yet. Ooh, are you afraid? I think I'm afraid to be a covered alcoholic. You don't know about your Bible. Do I need to like? I don't know why you are so much obsessed with Bibles. Like, okay, and there's no problem with the Bible. I feel like, why do you all like to push that on people? Like, you just show up and then you want to ask me about your Bible? Plus a good drink on the beach. Yeah, I think that can take away all your problems. So that is what's harder than dancing like MJ is singing his songs. Most of his songs are difficult to sing because he sings high notes often. I can't sing, but I tried. It's hard because my voice can't reach high notes. Okay. I'm sorry. No, you don't need to apologize. I just feel like it's so unfair for you to walk on random people and like, this is the word. Like, can you maybe say hi? Yeah, I don't understand the Bible crowd in here. Okay, and I don't have a problem with it, but it's like, at least say hi or something. Let's have some context. Yeah, Lord. And I feel like that's the problem. Expecting people to, I could be Islam, I could be Buddhist. Yeah, it's like they just want to shove it in your face or something, and there's no problem with that. You didn't sing any Michael Jackson for us today. I think I only know one, but still, the high note is really bad. I think I know like, uh, uh, hold me like the river Jordan. I think that's the one that I know, but okay, let me see if I can be able to. Uh-huh. Instant Dungu says, was, how are you? If says, who is your favorite Kenyan music artist? To be really honest, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that I don't listen to Kenyan music, but to be really honest, I really don't. Like, I don't know. Eve says, share it with us. Okay, maybe I think Sauti Sol, but the thing is, I would have to like train the song. Okay, yeah, I can take it or leave it with the drink. Okay, Sana says, yeah, that's called Will You Be There? Wearing Will You Be There? But honestly, but I like that song. It's only that I can't play it here. Yeah, the song. Okay, you're good. That's good. The song maybe I meant. Okay. Eve says I'm not a drug user at all. Okay. Okay. Calligraph Jones. Some of the songs. Okay, I know Kenyan artists, but I just don't know their songs. I like listening to country music. I like listening to, yeah. CJ says, I'm surprised you like that Michael Jackson song. He had way better songs than that. Okay, for example, he says fentanyl is in every drug here in the US now. Wow. It's dangerous. Did your fiance put you on to Michael Jackson? No, 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 no. I just knew about him or I heard about him. But I think he was just saying, he was just saying when we first started talking, he was just saying that Michael Jackson was really a famous person. And to be really honest, I knew the light skin Michael, so I didn't know the other one. And then later on, for some reason, I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw the difference between his childhood and adulthood, and I was like, "Ooh, interesting." And then that's around the time that I kind of taught myself some of his songs. But yeah, I knew about him. I knew about him, but I didn't, kind of like passive thing. uh, okay, I'm friends with younger girl who nearly died after she used cocaine and it had fentanyl in it. Okay. Oh my god, I don't know how many of you have watched Breaking Bad. Like that show made me fear drugs so much. Like, woo. Okay, Mogidi. Oh, that's Kikuyu. Eve says that was a few months ago. Okay. Sada says, well, each with their preferences. Some like Billie Jean. Oh, yeah, Billie Jean. I also like Billie Jean. Dangerous. Some like the Heal the World. Will you be there? More. I think I like the Billie Jean and Will You Be There. Honestly, yeah. Mm-hmm. Devin Jaroge says Chris Kaiga and Yasinski are among my favorite Kenyan artists. Oh, I knew one of his songs, but I can I just stopped listening to music for some reason. Mida Paris says, what happens to your hair? You look like Bray the cat. Oh, is that your problem? You are not used to seeing black people's hair. I don't think that's my problem. Um, she woke up in the hospital. That's sad. Yes, it can be a big problem. Rianda Dobb says hello. And you know what? I am so sick and tired of you all like projecting your white beauty standards on people or whatever hair thing. Like just let me be. I'm going to straighten my hair when I want to. I'm going to have it stay the way it is if I want to. Like, you just don't have like it's like my hair is supposed to look like yours. It just does not. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you want me to look as crazy as I can, here we go. Where are you from? I'm from England, Kenya. Okay. Who? This person asking about my hair. Please call you Ryan. Okay. Okay. Like actually, I was just doing you all favor for me holding my hair together. Like I can be so, I can let it go. Okay, I am just so sick and tired of like people telling me like I'm supposed to straighten. So that is, one thing when people say no, no one can dance or sing like MJ. We know that everyone is unique. It doesn't mean we can't simply enjoy his music, even if trying to imitate he himself liked it. Okay, I like how you are as you are. Okay. Do the hair back. I am not gonna do the hair back. Like I just gonna stay like that. Like, oh my, I am. This is the part where I get to be free. Like I can hold my hair if I want to, but it's like it's like right now if somebody is not wearing a wig is a problem. Okay. When I have braids on, you are saying, oh my god, oh boy, you look so good, you look so good. You look, tell me I look good right now. Okay, until you apologize, because you're not gonna give me white beauty standards here and I'm not white. Lord. Do the hair back. JD says, one boy, would you sing on Kenya's Got Talent if that is a TV show? Yeah, but I would have to teach myself the song. No, please, everyone. Tracy Chapman. Okay, let's go. Let's go to a beauty salon, darling. I don't want to go. First of all, I was gonna hold the hair back, but no, we are gonna stay like this. Like you're not gonna come here and tell me, oh, braid your hair. I had my hair braided like this whole time. You can't hold 2 days of seeing my hair natural. Like who do you think you are? Your hair is very beautiful. You know what? My hair is just black. It's not beautiful. It's not beautiful. It's just black hair. Deal with it. So that is, I don't get what's the issue with hair. She can wear whatever style she wants. She can with very short hair or even bald if she wants. Yeah, it's like, and it's literally a problem out here. Like we are literally even made to shave our hair because black people's hair, it does not. If I decide to like go out like this, I look like I can rob somebody or whatever. Like he makes you look more black, and black is scary, to be really honest. But he's like, you should learn how to appreciate people, like how to just let people be. God, what is white beauty standard? Straight hair, blue eyes. You know, you all want us to straighten our hair and stuff. What's your name? One boy. The name of the channel is my name. Um, Sada says, I assume by white beauty she means straight or wavy hair. Yeah, yeah. It's like whatever. You just cannot handle the idea of like me not having straight hair. It doesn't make you feel good at all. Okay, but here we are. Anyway, let me hold it back. I had cleaned my hair, and when you clean black hair, it shrinks. Not like when you clean white hair. I have very straight hair. Does that mean that I should? I'm kidding. Okay, the fact that you all have straight wavy hair or whatever does not mean that I should have straight hair. Yeah, I cleaned my hair and it shrank, so. What are your thoughts on facial hair, like beard? Ooh, I think it's amazing. The sideburns, I think it's nice. It makes a man look more manly. Ooh, God. Anyway, I keep getting like uses. Mr. Max says we are different from you guys, nature. Okay, yeah, and I think we have already fallen for the whole like white. It's like right now I can invest everything that I have just so that I can buy a wig, huh? So that when I come here I look like you, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't love it. I have a narrow chin beard, which which I bid, but a full beard. No. Okay. Why? And guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is One Boy. Salah says I have black wavy hair, and when it's messy, sometimes it gets kind of curly. Okay, but when you clean your all's hair, it does not shrink. When we clean, like I cleaned and tried to detangle mine. When I do that, it shrinks. That's just how black hair works. Yeah. Most of you can't handle people who don't look like you. Okay, what's a trait you find attractive that you have absolutely no reason to find attractive? It's I have to make a blueberry smoothie. You eat a lot. You eat a lot. Like you just refilled the coffee. Now you're uh it shrinks. I guess sponge. Yeah, like yeah. See, if you've seen my hair straight, because I usually straighten my hair sometimes, it's long. Okay, whenever I clean it, it shrinks. Uh, top top 10 white beauty standards. Woo! Okay, let's do that. Top 10 white beauty standards. Sharp nose, um, Okay, straight hair, blue eyes, thin, extremely thin and slim. Okay, straight hair, blue eyes, uh, sharp nose, extremely thin, uh, unreasonably thin. Um, what else? A particular shape of face. uh-huh. Okay, top 10 white beauty standards. Okay, beautiful. Okay, JD says, one boy, what about a beard on a woman? Mm, I don't think I should have feelings for that, or I shouldn't have an opinion, because it's not like they have hormonal imbalance. So I don't think I would. Uh, what do you think about it? I have green eyes. Oh, also green eyes, blue and green eyes. I forgot about green eyes, so I don't fit. You fit. You do fit. It's usually blue or green eyes. Uh, where are you streaming from? Kenya. So that says, I don't know why blue eyes is a white beauty standard. Lots of people in Europe have also brown eyes, or like light brown, some green, but I guess it's rare. I think mostly in the US, they, and also maybe in the media, what they show, they mostly have this thing about blue and green eyes. Yeah, they feel like brown or light brown is for black people. Green. Yeah, and a sharp nose. Like I've okay, sharp nose, sharp nose. And I see black people going to do plastic surgery to have that sharp nose, sharp one. Oh Lord, top 10 white beauty standard. Money, money, money. It's all about the dollars, pounds, or euros. That's all for me. Okay, okay. You're not okay. You're not obsessed with the with the blue eyes and green. You don't want your babies to have that, Devin Joroge. Long nose, right? Okay. But I feel like they're beautiful. Sometimes you just look and you're like, oh my god, I like your nose, but that doesn't mean that I should have that. Okay, I like your straight hair or whatever, but that doesn't mean that I should have that. Okay, maybe you like my big lips, but that doesn't mean that you should have that. Maybe for most black women they are curvaceous, but that doesn't mean that you should be. So that's it. Okay, let's even do black beauty standards. Okay. Okay, so that's it. In Northern Europe, like Norway, Sweden, etc., they commonly have blue eyes and blonde hair. But in Balkans, people mostly have dark brown hair and brown eyes. Okay, sometimes blue and blonde. Okay, yeah, there's this obsession with blonde. Okay, everybody wants to date a blonde girl. Ooh, what's your type? Blonde, blue eyes, blonde, green eyes. She's a blonde. She's my type. Devin Jog says those are added bonus. A mixed kid is cute, but for me, to see the beauty, you have to have body. Okay, if you're anywhere in the Western world, you have to have money for Devin Joroge to date you. Okay, let's look at black beauty star. Yeah, even some girls with dark hair dye their hair in blonde. I think everybody dyes their hair blonde. Can you recommend me one Kenya song? Let me search it on Spotify. uh Sauti Sol. Okay, maybe Sauti Sol. Oh, you can search. I don't know. Can somebody recommend? But I think you will love Sauti Sol. That's one of the ones that I normally like to listen. They have nice voices and stuff. Ooh. Okay, black beauty standards. I feel like curvaceous, big lips. What else? Uh, Yeah, you have to have a big butt. You do have to have a big butt to fit the black people's beauty standard. Big butt. And unfortunately for me, I don't fit the white beauty standard, and I don't fit the black beauty standard because I don't have a, like, I am not curvaceous. Uh, yeah, especially the curvaceous part, I think. Sometimes I gotta be honest, when I play a video game that involves creating a character, when I make a black character male, I give him an afro. I don't know why it looks cool and short hair. Okay. Ian says, hey, Fever, you need Piriton. Okay. DFPV says, hello, hello, good to see you. How are you doing? Let me know. Let me know the beauty standards from where you're from. Doesn't have to be black or white beauty standards. Let's go. Okay, we had another question right there. What's a trait you find attractive that you have absolutely no reason to find attractive? Hopeless romantic. Okay, and everybody, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Devin Jorge says, now there she talks her native language, Kikuyu, brown skin, fashion oriented, natural. Okay. Beauty standards here, anything goes. Oh, is that UK? Beauty standards here, anything goes, but beauty is inside. Wow. Okay. So for you, okay, for you, Devin Joroge, somebody has to speak their native language. They have to. You have to get married to somebody who understands your mother tongue. Or. Mm-hmm. Debashis Kashiap, how do you pronounce that? You have an effortless, beautiful presence. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. Where are you watching me from? Stratton Courts says you're absolutely gorgeous, one boy. Thank you so much. England. Okay. So you don't care about, in England, you all don't care about black or white beauty standards. India. Okay. Wow. But see, even if people don't talk about beauty standards, it's something that exists, and you know if you fit or you don't. No, not a must, but at least can talk her native language. I would like our kids to know our languages, okay? Yeah, to these days is like people are even absolutely, they don't want to talk to their children in their native language because they feel that's being behind. You know, can you imagine a kid that talks most people think that's but it's mostly people want their children to only learn English for them to look more I don't know, Englishanized or whatever. Okay, I think it's cute and cool if your kid can maybe speak in English, but it's really, you know, it's a really modern day colonization for you to do that. For you to just say, oh my god, my kid will never speak my mother tongue. I just feel like it's insane. If you live in another country and maybe, but if you live in your own, making sure that they do not understand their language is literally absolutely insane. Stratton says, well, if someone's as beautiful as you, then then that's the standard. Okay, where are you from, Wambui, Kenya? Anglicized, is that the word? I think no, I think I'm just making it up. Englishinized or whatever. Just basically what I mean is I think I'm just making that up. What I mean is people are skipping like teaching their children their mother tongue because they feel like that makes them so local or something. So people are kind of like, but it's just because we have adopted so much of the Western culture, and you just feel like when you do things in your own culture, when you do your cultural things, when you wear like a tribe person, you just feel like you're being judged um for being uncivilized, you know, maybe. I think mostly. What's your favorite dish, one boy? Favorite dish. I like biryani, but I also like mukimo, which is my a Kenyan dish. Or yeah, Devin Jorge says a funny lady that can just crack jokes even on serious business. That's the most attractive thing for me. A lady who can crack jokes are rare to find. Yeah, you're gonna be the one who is cracking the jokes, right? JD says the saying goes, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Okay. Okay, so you don't want a blonde with blue eyes, JD? Saturn says biryani is my favorite too. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Okay, we have a question here. What's a trait you find attractive that you have absolutely no reason to find attractive? Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. I also make oh, some biryani. Okay. I think there's a time that I did cook biryani here in the house. It was way too expensive for just one. I think, but I kind of like had like 3 plates. Buying all the ingredients and stuff. It wasn't worth all that work. I think I was just better off just going and buying a plate ready made. But yeah. Ooh, what's a trait you find attractive that you have absolutely no reason to find attractive? Kind of need some hot tea or something. Wow, it's 2 a.m. here. So I find personality absolutely critical towards liking someone. Then I think physical beauty adds the cherry on top. Personality, or for you it's all about personality. But see, and then, but will you marry your woman for personality, and then you go out there looking for beauty? Because I think people also do that. They are like, okay, I even have seen men advise each other never go for a beautiful, but just like marry the ugly one. Yes, I like blonde with blue eyes, but I also like personality and intelligence. Okay. And see, if you don't go for that, you'll always have that at the back of your mind. I don't think going for somebody just because of their personality is fair. Because I think you will always be looking for that blonde blue eyes. Like, because I just feel like it's so wrong that some of us know what you're looking for, and then you go absolutely, you settle for somebody who is not that. And then you're always kind of looking. You're never quote unquote settled. You're always out there looking. It's the whole package. Okay. It's the whole package. Yeah. But I feel like having a type is a good thing, or like it's a good thing because it saves the other person from being taken advantage of, or from you wasting their time. Stratton Coatspo says, that's exactly what I said. Beauty is the second priority. A blonde, blue-eyed girl could have a great personality too. Okay. Oh, okay. But it's just so not unfair, but I think it's uh okay. I think what attracts, before somebody speaks to you, before you see their mannerism, what will attract you to them? How they look. So what about lower half? What do you mean with lower half? God. Only on my channel. What about lower half? What's lower half? And same goes with any other race. Okay. Okay, tell me more about the lower half. What's lower half? Oh my god. Oh wow. Are you talking about being curvaceous, or are you talking about lower half is just crazy? Okay. And while we are at it, what's but I think there's no women in here. I don't know, for some reason it's always men in here. Yes. Oh, lower half. Okay, what are guys looking for when it comes to lower half? That's what uh, Eve Stott is asking. I think when it comes to black people, or like at least Africans, like curvaceous, because most black women are curvaceous. I think so. Okay. Eve's lower half, when it comes to I think when it comes to white people, like white beauty standards, I think is thin. What are you all looking for? Stratton says not really. Of a person looks very attractive, and when they open their mouth they speak. Hypothetically speaking, that's a big turn off for me. Okay. Okay. JD says I might like how they look, but if they don't act right, it's not good. Okay. I hope it applies the same the other way around. Okay. We are gonna get to the lower half when it comes to men, because if you're already talking about this status is lower half, he's saying the I'm asking you, boy. I am a woman. Why would I think about that? Or are you asking me in regards to men? Because why would I be looking for that in women? But I just think out here, men like women with big butts. Okay, which is why the thin black women. I think thin black women out here. I think there's a particular group of white men who like the thin dark girls. Okay, so it's a whole category. It's a whole category. But I think most black men or most Africans like curvaceous. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I prefer athletic, not overweight. Okay. Being curvaceous does not mean that you're overweight, does it? You have a shape. Like, you have a shape. What do you look for, you Stuart? Because you're the one who is very much interested. oh, oh Lord. You don't want to have something to grab. What's a trait you find attractive that you absolutely have no reason to find attractive? David is laughing. Okay. Oh, tell us about you. Like, I know you look too when it comes to looking to at women. Okay, honestly, when I see a beautiful woman, I look at her. When I see a woman with curvaceous, I look at her, but not because I'm attracted. No, just because it's like, oh my god. Okay, see, when I look, it's like, oh my god, she's beautiful. But when men look, it's like, oh my god, that. Can you see that thing? No, on a man, jeez. Okay, on a man, I don't look. I do not look. Why would you look? Like, you just end up knowing what you fell for when you are when you know when you know, but you can't go around looking, or like most probably you can't see. Okay. Okay, what is the standard? Okay, I think you know when you know, like when you officially know. Yeah. Not to mention, we have growers, we have showers, and all that type of stuff. So I don't think you could judge like that. What do you think women like when it comes to that? JD says okay. What's a trait you find attractive that you absolutely have no reason to find attractive? Okay. I was honestly, and I was not trying to dodge the question. I just thought that we were talking about. Yeah. But I don't know, why do men put so much emphasis on things like that? Like, I don't think anybody goes around thinking about that. I don't think women go around thinking about that. Okay, because I feel like women, we are emotional beings, and when we have already fallen in love, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as far as you're you you have fallen in love with somebody. Does it matter? I don't think so. Body shape is how we select a mate for babies. Not a bad. Okay, body shape. So when she's curvaceous, you know she can carry your children. JD says that's nice. Okay. David says, if I find someone attractive, I must approach her and say it. If I get her contacts, added advantage. I have no type. Okay, you have no type. Wow, interesting. Yeah, but I kind of feel like, people should know their type, because when you don't, you end up hurting people. Let's say you end up with somebody who is perverse. Okay, uh, when when you end up with somebody who is curvaceous, and that's not what you like, you know. So haha. And then you end up bleeding on her, telling her, oh my god, you're not my usual type. I think that's, when I watch television and people say like that, like, you're not my usual type, I get so livid. I am so upset. Like, why would you say that you're not my usual type? Like, I feel like that's offensive. That should be considered offensive. Like, you're not my usual type. Like, what should that mean? I'll go to but women say they don't like that. That could be harassment or even assault. Okay. Like, okay, I'm kind of lost. Showing or what? Kia Alexander says, hi, you're a lovely lady. Thank you. Where are you watching me from? And welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Bomboy. Thank you so much for being here. We are just everywhere. Yes, it's offensive. UK? Okay, UK. Which place? Are you watching from London? London, Bristol, Manchester, Liverpool. What else? Ireland. Yes, it's of Bristol. Ooh, yes, it's offensive. You are right. Okay. Okay, I don't know what we are we talking about. What's supposed to be offensive? Showing? Newcastle, Brighton. Are you Kikuyu or Kisi? Does it matter? Does it matter what I am? Chris Hollis coming says, hey, beautiful girl. Hey, you. How are you doing? Belfast, Brighton. Oh, okay. The names are beautiful. The names are beautiful. Ooh. I can't ask a question. No, it's just I am just wondering if it matters. But yes, I'm Kikuyu. Not allowed. No, it's allowed. It's allowed, but I just feel like sometimes asking people their tribes is like, why are you asking? You know. Okay, you can ask if it's your partner or whatever, like, oh, if that's what the conversation is about, but I just feel, yeah. Anyway, I'm not offended. I'm just saying, like, when you go asking people, you kind of a little bit like, yeah. Okay. I thought you were Luya. Okay. 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 Put some music on. No, I'm not gonna put music on. Although I can put music on and then I cut the part off. Like, no. For the sake of this video, I'm not gonna do it. One boy, thank you for your live stream. Good night. Take care. Take care. Good night. Okay, another question, maybe the last one. Um, okay, why people need to move out of their parents' house after 21? That was supposed to be our last one, but you know what? 15 more minutes to go and we are out of here. Question mark. No, is if I put music on, it's gonna be like copyright or something. Yeah, so that's why. Unless I play YouTube music, I don't know, or YouTube whatever. But the kind of music, you know, like these people will start claiming their music. Oh no, the question. Oh, the question. Okay, why do you think people should move out of their parents' house after 21? Or how old or at what age should people move out of their parents' house? Uh, Saulo Arauj says body plus spirit plus soul because as you can see, you are a trinity too. Rahul says music. I like music too. Okay. That's expected in the US. Ooh. At what age are you expected to move out? Out here is not like compulsory. You don't have to because people have large properties. So you can just build your small house next to your parents. Although I think that's why most people don't learn how to become themselves. That's why most people do not feel challenged to like chase things because you already have somewhere to stay, but it's becoming too expensive for young people to do it. Okay, 18. Yeah. The other day I was asking what's the price of bed sitter or like studio apartment in people's countries. I think uh most places, like somebody said for 1 year in Nigeria you can pay $1,000. And then another person said, I think it was Thomas who said it's 600 euros per month in Germany. It says Seattle is one of the most expensive cities, so a lot of young people still live at home. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be very tough to like move out in the next few years. But I think moving out kind of like gives you a chance to become your own person. When you live with your parents, it's like they have the command. Like there's no way you're going to overrule them in their own place. So Rahul says money is God, money is everything. If you have, yeah, I think money is something, to be really honest. I always hear people saying, but money is nothing, and it's always people who have money. Okay, it's always people who have always been comfortable saying that it's nothing because you have not experienced not having it. You have not experienced the other side where like you do not have money. Denzel says, I'm 36. I had to move back in when I was 26 because I didn't have any money. Now I make $4,000 in passive income a month. Okay. Oh, you're 36. So are you still living at your parents? How do you feel? I feel like as far as there's respect, you need to set boundaries with your parents even when you live at their place, because otherwise you're just gonna feel stuck. They're gonna feel like when you go somewhere you need to be back before a particular time, especially for the girls. Okay. Most probably because you're comfortable, you're not gonna be a go-getter. Yeah. But see, for example, like for me, I've been okay, of course now I live in the city. Looking at like life in the village right now, I'm even thinking like if I could just maybe do life in my parents' property or something, like you can even start lots of projects. But I am glad that right now I see it that way, because I used to live there, I used to be like, I just need to get out of this place. Uh-huh. Oh, so you still live with your parents at 36? Wow. Eve says the US, I think right now buying property or owning property is one of the good things that can happen to you. It makes your life easier. The US is an individual culture. We are expected to make our way early. Okay, you're expected to become your own person early. That's a good thing. I think the whole existing as a culture, as a society, limits you from becoming anything, or from becoming yourself, because you're always looking forward, you're always being held according to other people's standards. But if you can go out there and become yourself, then yeah. Rahul says, I don't have a lot of money, but I am happy because I know I am a good man. You just said that money is something, okay? Do you not think that money is nothing, like the way people say, oh my god, if you don't have peace of heart and mind, money is not. Let me tell you, that money, the more money you have, or like the more money you have, or the more money you save, the more, I feel like the more you heal your nervous system. Because if right now you know, if you don't have money you can't be able to pay your rent, how will that make you feel at peace? I don't think it will. I think it will make you feel more worried. I think the more the money the better, in my opinion. Okay, the last one will be money habits that can change your life, and that one I'll write on the screen. It will feel like I'm typing on y'all's phones. Buy ETFs, okay. Apart from that, habits, instead of buying ETFs, like what are some of the money habits? Invest 20% every month. Okay, that's a nice one. I think somebody said when you go to buy clothes, don't buy the cheap ones. Buy good, high quality everything. When you go to buy something, stop looking for the cheaper one, because you're more likely to replace it soon. Okay, I think another one is maybe have a list instead of impulse buying. I think for me, I usually don't have like a plan, like impulse buying, no plan. But yeah, but I think the whole buying, like I feel like the whole purchasing high quality things can be a nice one, because most of us is like, you want to buy the cheapest thing right there, but you know what, you're gonna be replacing that thing soon. So buy the ETF, then put 20% in every month. Ooh, wow, okay. 20%. Something like that, okay. Rahul says, I said because nowadays there's no love, no understanding, no trust, just an artificial life we live in, depending on money, no feelings. Okay. So you think that there's no love these days? Never buy a new car. Oh, never buy a new car. That's a new one. Why? Why never buy a new car? Do not take a loan for it. Oh, so never take a loan for a car. I think one that I think I know is really, when I used to be in campus, I used to like have loans left, right, center. It was always, it's like always you're asking somebody for some money. Every time you owe somebody some money, okay? And maybe some other times is like you have even loans on your phone, you have even loans on your bank. I think, yes, I think the do not take loan can be a good thing. They don't hold cars are depreciating assets. They don't hold value. They go down as soon as you drive them off the lot. I know that. Ooh, but see, when you buy the second hand cars, you could be buying someone else's problem. Like, why are they selling? I have a bike. Car is very expensive. Okay, most people out here don't even have bikes, or even a bicycle, or even a car. We just walk. David says rich people have loans and debts, just know how to handle money matters. Yeah, and see what they do is like, I was so fascinated realizing that what people do, even when it comes to supermarkets, they take these things on credit, or on a loan, the stock, and then they pay later on after selling. So you have to be willing to take risks, maybe. But see, those are people in business, but you can't be taking loan for every small thing that you want. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe out here, especially if you don't have opportunities to pay. Cars are awful investment. I think it's a nice one. I think for me, I think it's a nice one. The fact that I don't have a car, I can't just sit here and say that it's an awful investment. Miss Wamboy, do you? Want to know a fun fact I recently found out? Yes, please. I like fun facts. Fun facts. Don't use credit. Don't buy on credit. Okay. Unless necessary or what. But see, in places like the US, you want to have a good you want to have a good credit history or whatever. So if you don't use your credit card, you kind of like don't have good credit, do you? Stuff like that, like disconnect. Shana says Shakira was born the same year as my mom and the same day as me. Oh my god, you're supposed to be in the same family. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. David Jorgen says business is all about balances and checks. So me, I would say money matters. Just be wise and good CFO and pray good luck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think people with money do have some nice money habits. They have something that they know or something that they do that maybe uh, they have something that they do or something that they know that poor people don't. Habit, because it's all about compounding, maybe. Denzel says, my house is in foreclosure. My furnace went out, and now my credit card is messed up. Okay. Oh, your credit is messed up. Okay. How do you do what? How do you repair that? How do you repair that? Okay. You cut out. We couldn't hear. I know. I saw that thing spinning and I was like, what was that? Ooh. So I think I was just reading the comment. Yeah, businesses is all about balances and checks. So me, I would say money matters. I think for me, I think people who say that money doesn't matter is people who already have money. God. In the US, you can use your credit if you pay it off immediately. Okay, and you don't have to even, they don't even have interest if you pay it on time. Eve says you'll probably need a loan to buy a house. That's good debt because houses appreciate. Okay, yeah, that's good debt. That's good debt. I think something else out here, because out here is only that there is no opportunities, but you can literally, when you buy property out here, most probably you will not be paying any tax. You just own the place. And that's something that I really want so bad. And like, you just have a house there and that's it. You feel like you're just set for life when you already have a home. I bought my house at $300,000 and it's worth 1 million today. Okay, wow, that it appreciated. Denzel says someone I know will charge me $250 next week to repair it. I'm going to see it to see if it works. Okay. Oh, $250. Wow. Okay, but yeah. Okay, and this a question that I wanted to ask. How much? Okay, for like right now it's summer, and maybe you are using AC. How much do you pay after using AC continuously at the end of the month? Like approximately, how much will you pay? Okay, because there are some people who say don't use things like, you can maybe instead of using AC you can use fan or something. Maybe I would like to hear from somebody who maybe uses that continuously. Keep telling me some of the money habits that will change your life. As far as I like joking and stuff, I also want to learn from you guys. 400 is what my electric bill used to be. $400. Okay, for the summer months or the winter book. Uh-huh. Yeah, because sometimes this guy that I usually watch, his name is Bradley is frugal or something. Bradley is frugal, that's his name. So he's just frugal. Okay, when he's not at home he disconnects his fridge. When he's not at home he disconnects his fridge, he disconnects all appliances, like, and he says that saves him a lot of money. Okay, he does not heat his house during winter. um Okay, but see, I think the whole disconnecting the fridge is really real, because like for me right now, like sometimes I do the math and I'm like, it's just two tomatoes in the fridge. Why is the fridge on? Winter. Oh, how about during summer? Uh, I don't have AC. Okay. Wow. I don't have AC here. We don't need it. You don't need it. It's cold always. Wow. David Joage says, I feel Western people are even having tough times than me. I think I'm here in my country. I will consider myself better off than most of them. I think the bills out there are literally ridiculous. And I think right now, because I am so much immersed into the culture, or like into maybe the Western things, maybe through this channel and maybe through, of course, my real life, the things my fiance tell me. So I think life is like right now it's so hot. But then when you think that at the end of the month you'll be paying maybe 600, you're like, let me just start this fund, this AC on. Emma John. Emma John says, Mambo. I am good, I'm good, I'm good. How are you doing? Denzel says, your pipes will burst if you didn't keep the house warm. Oh, okay. So you have to? Wow. How about during summer? How do you cool off the house? Oh, of course I know it's AC, but I just want somebody who uses. So maybe most of you don't have that. Yeah. Wow. It's just so funny, the how many things that right now we have to pay for. Well, these things are supposed to be available. Like where I grew up is very cold. I think very cold. Okay, but we never heated our house or anything. We just got used to the cold. We get used to the cold. The cold. Okay. Ooh, we're already at 2 hours. So of course we're gonna be winding up very soon. uh but also after this after I post this video, if you remember any money habit, you can post it down there. um and all of those type of stuff. If this is your first time seeing me, subscribe so you can see me some other time. And of course, we are always random. We have all type of conversations here, so there's also that. Honestly, and I would say thank you so much for showing up. Like, I showed up like 2 hours later than I was supposed to start. But I think that was a huge success. Okay, I'm just kind of like borrowing time to see if somebody's typing or anything. So if you're typing, don't shy off. Keep typing. Yeah, maybe you should get yourself small fans like this one. It can help you save your electric bill. Really, this silly thing. Ah. Anyway, I think no one is typing. So what you're gonna do is like you're gonna, of course, tomorrow is on Monday. Oh, wow. David says your next discussion, let them revolve around money matters and habits. Okay. Okay. I will still bring up this question tomorrow, most probably. Okay. Yeah, and I think the fact that like we have a community here from people from everywhere, all over. Um, I think we have people from African countries, we have people from UK, Europe, and so I think we can share. We can share. For me, I usually learn, to be really honest. Some of these things, I after the show I go to research. Some of these things I write down. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who take live streams so serious. I have like 2 books. It's going to be an interesting discussion. We can learn from each other. Yes, I think so. I think so. And also, the thing is, we have poor people. Okay, I'm not calling myself straight up poor, but I'm just saying, I just have a poor people's mindset. So I think by talking about this, it kind of helps. Okay, so thank you so much. If you have something to say, make sure you're commenting, guys. Thank you for the support in either type of way. Yes, and I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.